Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park is still a widely known film even though it was released almost 24 years ago. It begins with the sound and image of trees rustling, creating unexpected tension within the first few seconds of the film. Behind the trees, there is a container transporting what the audience assumes is the dinosaur, though we are unsure which one. Much like Spielberg's other film, Jaws, someone is killed by the monster within the first few minutes of screen time, providing the slightest insight of what is to come later on in the film. We then follow two paleontologists at a dig site who are invited to come and see Jurassic Park. They fly out to an island off the coast of Costa Rica, being met by beautiful scenery. Upon arrival, they are given a brief tour and become amazed by what the park has been able to accomplish by observing a dinosaur birth and an adult-sized brachiosaurus. However, the tables turn when Dr. Grant realizes that the newborn dinosaur he is holding is a velociraptor, which we have heard about but not yet seen. This type of dinosaur is discussed multiple times in the film, and yet it is not seen until an hour and a half after the film begins. A pivotal scene in Jurassic Park includes a cow being eaten by the raptors. A fun fact about this scene is that the sound mixer used a variety of different animal sounds that ultimately created the raptors' unique sound. These noises include dolphin screams, the bellowing of walruses, and geese hissing. Even though we only hear them, their sounds bring a sense of terror. The most iconic scene in the entire film are the tremors created by the T-Rex. The simple visual of seeing water rippling in the cup implies that something large enough to make the ground shake is coming. Adding suspense, the tremors are also seen in the mirror. And then later in the tracks of the T-Rex. Although by this time, the audience already knows what is coming.
It's an impact tremor is what it is. I'm fairly alarmed here. Come on, we gotta get out of here.
Before we see the T-Rex, the trees in the background rustle in the same way that they did in the start of the film, only this time the dinosaur is not contained. With the bird's eye camera angle, we are able to see our own terror in the faces of those being chased. And if the audience wasn't terrified enough being pursued by a T-Rex, the captured shot in the mirror reminds us that objects in mirror are closer than they appear. After an hour and a half of hearing velociraptors, we finally see them when they trap the children. This scene intensifies the anxiety that the audience already has because up until this point, we have only seen the dinosaurs outside in their natural habitat, but here they are inside a familiar place. With the worm's eye camera angle, we get a frightening 180-degree view between the velociraptors and little Timothy. We then see a raptor charge towards Alexis. The audience observes through yet another worm's eye between the legs and claws of the raptor. The same sequence can be seen moments later when little Timothy limps towards the freezer. As little Timothy slips on the ice, we feel his pain, but also his determination as he traps the raptor inside. When the T-Rex comes, only two of the raptors are there. Raptors hunt in threes, and even though one is trapped, an image of the third one can be seen on the walls behind the second velociraptor. Seeing an opportunity, the people run outside. And given what they have just been through, when they reach the car, Dr. Grant states that he has decided not to endorse Jurassic Park. The last appearance of a dinosaur is seen after the velociraptor fails to defeat the T-Rex, with a banner that falls from the ceiling, signifying the downfall of a dream for Jurassic Park. We leave in a helicopter the day after the adventure and are met with pelicans flying in the same direction. The pelicans are significant because at the beginning of the film, Dr. Grant stated that birds in general, not reptiles, are dinosaurs' closest living link to the modern world. At the end of the film, we are now brought back to that concept as we fly away from the island with the birds right beside us, with the sense that the worst is now behind us and we can continue forward in a new day. But this narrator is curious about what is to happen to the island that they left behind.